Welcome. I don't know if anybody's here yet. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Dee. I'm on a new phone, a cheap phone, because my other phone completely died. So I had to go to an either cheaper phone that I had. So I just want to make sure you can hear me. I know you can see me okay, but can you hear me okay? Hi, Brownberry. Hi, Starfish. Hi, Chili Mama. Can you guys hear me okay? Good. Excellent. Okay, it's probably gonna lag a little bit because this is like a really cheap Samsung something, but I'm grateful that I just so happen to have it laying around. Hi, Nikki. I didn't even really put a notification. I literally just put it out because I didn't think I was going to go live today. Well, I planned to go live today, but then I had problems. I couldn't get my phone to turn on. And I literally smashed it against the wall. It's just one of those, it's been one of those weeks, really. And then I remembered I had this cheap little thing. Oh, okay. I just turned all my comments. Okay. But, anyways, I'm happy that we can connect. Let's go ahead and open the reading with, I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit, with Mother Mary. Hi, Nikki. Wow. So my phone is showing me very far behind. And I'm hoping it's just on my end. But this is Mother Mary. This is for the collective. Anything that we need to know. I have a feeling if I've been having a difficult week, then I have a feeling a lot of you have. I don't know why, but I feel like we're soul connected. So a lot of times what I go through, you go through, what you go through, I go through. So anyways, taking that all in mind, this is for the collective. This is for all of us. Those who may even catch it later, by the way, chat replays on. Hello, Truth. Truth. As a Virgo, I can't live without truth. I am lovingly honest with myself and others. Truth. So we're going to keep Mother Mary out. Let's put her over there and keep that in mind. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm not connected to a cord. It feels freeing. Who did I miss? Anyone new? Hi, Harsharato. I know I'm saying it completely wrong. Chilly Mama, you've had a bad week too. I'm sorry, my dear. Good morning, Chilly Mama. Where are you at? It's almost 3:30 here. I know you tell me, but you've told me before. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the questions. I thought I saw a question. It's been a horrible week. You're in Arizona. 12:27, Australia. That's right. You're in Australia, Chilly Mama. 6:30 a.m. What are you doing out of bed? I can't remember the last time I was awake at 6:30 a.m. I see your message. Hi, Real Women of Hanover. Good morning. Another one saying good morning. All right, so her Sharita. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. Like to why Ashawana is ignoring me. Does he not want to talk to me anymore? All right, so Harshata, Harshiata. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry, but it doesn't matter. So why is Ashwana, I believe, ignoring you? Doesn't he want to talk to me anymore? All right, let's go ahead and open up the reading. And you know what? Let's start with the Psychic Tarot. Let's give it a couple shuffles. Let's give them a cut. I always try to cut a deck the first time we use them. Sometimes I'll cut them again, but all right. So, Ashwana. Whoa, okay. Things coming out everywhere. All right, so we have obstacles and challenges that open it up. It's a 5. So definitely there must have been some type of challenge that was put in your way, and obstacles put in your way. Well, then you have the Sun, illumination, spiritual strength, patience, divine timing. Interesting, divine timing is mirroring obstacles and challenges. The Star card, hope, under the Sun, and then interesting, the Moon. So you have the Sun, the Moon, the stars, and divine. So I do feel like something happened. There's some type of obstacle or challenge that was put before the two of you. And it's interesting because the Sun illuminates any issues. And then you do have the star below that, which is about your hope. So let's just look. Suffering in silence, the 9 of Swords. So I have a feeling he's carrying a lot of worry about something. But yet temperance is here. Now, let me give you the signs. We do have Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and we have the ruler, we have Pisces and the ruler of Cancer. So just wanted to put all that out there. So something's going on, and I feel like he's keeping it to himself. I don't feel like this is something that's going to last. And what I mean the silence is going to last, because I feel like temperance is helping him in some way. Really both of you. Let me just take one more over that. Look at that authority, the Emperor. It's like he's concentrating on his money. The Emperor, someone who doesn't normally back down. I just feel like he's going through something. Interesting, the 5 and 4 would also add up to a 9. So it feels like he's in some type of reflection. I feel like he's going to find the answer. This challenge or obstacle may have nothing to do with you, because temperance is here. And I feel like temperance is about divine timing, but it's also patience. So I feel like there's something over here that potentially they're clearing up. But I feel like they have to. And it's interesting because I don't feel like they're talking about it. He's talking about it. Suffering in silence kind of means I'm keeping it to myself. But yet at the same time, I feel like the Sun's going to help illuminate, whatever it is, whatever issue he's dealing with. I feel like the Sun's going to help to illuminate the solution. So I feel like right now it's just saying, stay patient. It almost doesn't feel like it's about you, more like there's some type of life challenge in front of him, which then becomes your challenge also, right? But I do feel like this is going to come back around. I just feel like at right this moment, I feel like there's something that Ashawana needs to overcome. I do feel with temperance here that they will overcome it, and probably stronger than ever because of it. So I feel like, literally, this is saying that you do need to have some patience. And why? Well, because if someone is like, let's just say in reflective mode, even though we want to interrupt it, in a way, it doesn't serve us to interrupt it, because if there's something he's learning and it feels like it's something that, like, in particular, it's like his issue, then he's the one who has to learn it. And I feel like he will. I mean, I say learn it, I just mean there's something that he's got to overcome, but I feel like he will. Okay. Oops, I just knocked myself right out of chat. Let me pull myself right back in. Oh, this phone moves too quickly. Hi, Rachel. Yes, as he's ignoring me, you're so frustrated. I get it. I mean, you could reach out and just be like, I just have this feeling that you're going through a hard time. Though temperance is kind of making me feel like maybe you should wait, like wait a little while. Okay. I gotta move this slow because the screen jumps. Jesus. D. My beautiful D. Question is in chat. All right. Does Bradley still have feelings for any of his exes? Is he just setting me up, or is it genuine? Can we check on the energy? Of course. So, does Bradley still have feelings for any of his exes? Let's bring out the Cosmic Witch Tarot. This is for D, and I love you too, D. I love you all. Let's give him a cut. All right, so Bradley, is he talking to his exes? And you added more to that. Does Bradley still have feelings for any of his exes? Is he just setting you up? Or is he being genuine? Okay. So, Bradley and his exes. All my exes live in Texas. All right. So, Bradley and his exes. We have, hello, Temperance again. Let go of self-imposed limitations. Whoa, hello. Okay, these cards kind of flew. We have the witch, I'm sorry, we have the Fool. We have the King of Swords. Certainly can be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but doesn't have to be. It's interesting because I feel like the King has his back to his past. You know what I mean? Because the Fool's coming first, which means I'm free and clear. And I feel like it's interesting because I feel like Bradley probably moves slowly. Like slow moving Bradley. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like that's you wondering, like, is Bradley being legit? Honestly, I do feel like he's let go of his exes. Like, I don't feel like he's hanging on to anything of the past. At least that's what I'm picking up here. Is he legit? Is he good for you? You know, whatever your guides want you to know. We have toxic witches. Interesting, because it's coming under the full, and not that I'm calling his exes toxic witches, but boy, it just kind of feels like it's saying like this is the past. Because it's coming under the full, I feel like that's a very good sign, D. And you know, I almost feel like I mean, I don't know if Bradley talks about his exes, but I have a feeling there's at least someone he would think that of. Interesting. And then we have the Six of Cups. 2 sixes right here. And let's take another one. And then we have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Action. The Queen who really does trust her intuition. And I love what it says here under this Queen: replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. So I definitely feel like that's talking to you. And honestly, I don't feel, I don't feel, and the cards aren't showing that he's connecting to his exes. Like, I feel like they are in the past. And I feel like part of your worry, like he feels legitimate to me. Um, though, I'm seeing Temperance as the very first card, which is about patience, but it's also about divine timing. But here, Temperance is saying let go of self imposed limitations. And that would match the Queen over here. Replace your self doubt with self confidence. So I think what I'm going to do is take a card right above this King. We have the Four of Swords, healing, and the Ace of Wands. Interesting. I feel like Bradley is legitimately interested in you. I do feel like, because I'm looking directly at this King, and it doesn't matter the sign, but the Four of Swords comes over the King. So, a lot of times we don't feel like other people need healing, but sometimes they do. They may not talk about it. And I feel like it's also saying this is like a temporary energy. And then it's action time, and then it's go time. I think the more that you can keep your thoughts on the positive aspects, I feel like the easier this will flow. Now, of course, Bradley has free will, so I can't override that. But I do feel like I feel a lot of melancholy type of energy around you. And D, I just want to say, I feel like when you don't allow yourself to live from like your inner child, which means unencumbered, then I feel like your worry can get in the, I don't, I hate to say in the way, but it can become an aspect of, you know, because I feel like divine is saying, you know, this may not be the fastest moving energy, but I feel like also Bradley is healing from something. And I feel like it's important, right? It's again an energy of like where we got to allow someone to like fulfill that. Because I feel like, his spirit guides want him to feel that. And then I feel like the Ace of Wands is like, it's almost like where I'm able to give myself thing completely. But I do not think he's connected to his exes. At least that's what I'm picking up. And I feel like the more that you can with Bradley, like when you connect, like the more playful you can be, because I feel like that's where you feel happy at the same time. Um, but yeah, other than that, I'm just not really seeing anything that would lead me down that road of like someone who's just like keeping me on the hook. Okay, D, I'm gonna let that be. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of people seem to be dealing with like divine timing type of energy, which means that we need to have patience. Um, but that's if you want to. Like you don't have to, like you don't have to have patience. Like if things aren't working out in our favor and I'm tired of it, then I don't have to have patience. And I mean that in a way like you have a right to live your life, in a happy manner. All right. Um, so just so everybody knows, I'm on a new phone. It's an old phone. I mean, well, it's one of those freebies. Um, so I'm gonna try. It's like scrolling like crazy. Rachel, my beautiful Rachel. Hello, Sandy. I would like some insight on my ex who recently reached out on your birthday. Happy birthday. You're a Pisces. What's his intentions? Wait, what are his intentions? Has he changed? All right. So, some insight on on my ex, your ex, who recently reached out on your birthday. What are his intentions? I'm going to stay with the Cozy Witch. Let's give it some good shuffles out. All right, Rachel. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Interesting. It's like younger energy, today's energy. King Pentacles, of course, can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But it certainly doesn't have to be because I feel like this is younger energy into current energy, into today's energy. By the way, today I told my guys I was not going to read reversals just because I don't feel like we need to do reversals. Like I can feel if it's like in reverse anyway. Three of Wands. Hello. The Fool again. Temperance. And then the Three of Pentacles. 2 3s, 33. There we go. So it begins. Interesting. I have a feeling your ex may want to I feel like your ex came to you in very good energy. What do I mean by that? I feel like came to you with like this sense of optimism, potentially for the two of you, because then the Fool shows, right? And the Fool is mirroring this page, and I do feel like this is his younger energy into today's energy. And I kind of love the temperances below that. I also love with the 33 that's connected here. One speaks about optimism about your future. It is about like enjoying the present moment and, understanding that it is our intentions that are really going to determine our tomorrows. So I like that because he's looking over here at the Fool. So I almost feel like he wants another chance with you. And here's the thing, Rachel, I do feel like, I do feel, like, what do I want to say? Like, I feel like you're already on a pedestal, even if somebody doesn't show that, act that way, even if they're with another person, I still feel you are on a pedestal. I feel that he recognizes your soul above anyone else's. Now, it doesn't guarantee us anything, but truth be told, I feel like, because I do feel like did he change? Well, with the full showing, it kind of does feel like there was change. Also, I feel like the page that moves directly into the king, I feel like that is maturity. So immature, young, dumb, stupid, you know, like we all were. But now I feel like now he's coming as the king. And I like that it's the King of Pentacles, because I feel like loyalty, stability, grounded. This is someone who looks at the big picture. So I may not even look back at all like what was. Instead, I'm looking now and forward. I have a feeling he wants another chance with you. And I feel like if that's the case, and if it's something you're interested in, then I would take it slow. Now, when I say take it slow, it's not because I feel like all kinds of bad things are going to happen. I feel like it's for your own sake. Because when you take it slow, then you can really see, like I feel like if the line of communication stays open, um, then I feel like there's an opportunity to move this forward. That is, of course, if you want. But I do feel like he has matured. And I feel like you're on that pedestal, whether you're together or not. It doesn't matter. Even if he's with other people, it doesn't matter. You hold that pedestal, period. And that is for the rest of this lifetime. Um, but then you have temperance, right? Divine timing. But I love when temperance is in a love reading because it's almost like saying you can let go of control of, exactly how things must be. Instead, go with the flow. So step by step by step. But to me, this definitely looks like, um, potentially an opportunity to do it again. Should she? Let's just ask. Should she? Well, hello, Ten of Cups, Rachel. I mean, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not even telling you that. I do feel like those are his intentions. And I feel like the Ten of Cups came out to maybe help calm you. But it is showing that the two of you could potentially reach that Ten of Cups, which is the house of harmony and love, laughter and joy. What to say? Okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. So I don't feel any reason, like I don't feel like I'm coming to you, like trying to hurt you, anything like that. It's just that you're on that pedestal, and I'm happy that he called you on your birthday. That makes me feel good for some reason. All right, I'm going to leave that. Let's put these away for a moment. Okay. Oh man, it's just flying. My screen is flying. So I just want everybody to know this here that I am doing donations first. I just think it's the fair way of doing it. And then I do go back and try to get some free ones in there also. But donations first. And, if you make a donation like on Super Chat or whatever it's called, if you can put your question in, if you can't, sometimes your question's too long. Uh-oh, Jasmine's back about that ring. All right. You finally reached John on exchanging your ring. What are his thoughts of exchanging my diamond with... Oh, sorry. Just kicked you off there. All right. Where am I at? Finally reached John on exchanging the ring. What are his thoughts of exchanging my diamond with the 4.01 oval diamond he mentioned? What are his thoughts of exchanging my diamond with the diamond he mentioned? She's the Gilded Tarot. I have never done so many readings on a ring before, Jasmine. All right. So, John's thoughts on exchanging that diamond for the one that he mentioned. We have the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups. You know, I feel like he just wants to make it right. It's almost like the Nine of Swords is you. It is you. And I feel like it's, well, it may be a combination of both of you, actually, because I feel like Nine of Swords is worry, but it is unnecessary worry. And then you have the Knight of Cups right next to that. So I definitely feel, I feel good about this because I feel like really John wants to make it right. And I feel like he wants to satisfy you. Look at that, the Knight, 2 knights, the Knight of Pentacles. There's nothing to worry about here. It's almost like when John is working on your ring, your spirit guides are there with him. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the 4 of Cups, and I feel like the 4 of Cups is like your concern over everything that's happened. Will it be made right? And I feel like the answer is yes, yes, yes. I feel like the Ace of Swords is the communication that you two of you had. I feel like it was heard loud and clear. And I do feel like not only do I feel like John's going to make it right, but I feel like you're going to love it. I do feel like you're going to love it. And I also feel that your guides, look at that, the Ace of Wands. Your guides are, it's like they're there when, you know, when he's working on it. Not because, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like they're there to, like, make sure he does it right. That's not what I feel. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just putting their energy in it. But 2 aces, it's like communication heard loud and clear. Your concern, here it is right over here, right? But here he is making it right. And not only is it making it right, but it feels like, again, your spiritual team is also involved in this whole situation. And I feel like once you receive the finished project, finished product, finished ring, I just feel like you're going to love it. I feel like you're going to love it. And I have a feeling you're going to want to look at my ring. Look at my ring. I wish I had a ring on to show you. But that's what I feel. So I feel like you're going to love it. You're going to be proud of it. And, you know, unfortunately, John made that mistake, but I don't feel like he, it's interesting because I feel like he's, and then Temperance again. Hello, Temperance. Divine timing. I feel John is probably a pretty good guy. You know what I mean? But made a mistake. And I do feel like he wants to make it right. All right. I hope that helped, my dear. Whoa. My screen goes so fast. MR, Veronica. Hi, Veronica. I'd like to know evolution with Elvedin. Okay. I'd like to know the evolution. You're welcome, Jasmine. Hi, Andrea. Didn't even see you there. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Yura. Hi, Rebecca. Sorry, I didn't say hi to half of you guys. If I missed you, hi. I'll get back to you. All right, so Veronica, you'd like to know the evolution with Elvedin. I think I'm saying that right. Probably not. Let's use the Luminous Tarot. Give it a cut. Chat replay is on, everyone, just so you know. Okay, well, that didn't take long. Let's take them how they came out. We have the Chariot. We have the Four of Pentacles. Well, hello, Two of Cups. Hello, soulmates. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. So, first of all, it's clearly showing that you are soulmates. Now, I need to make it clear that just because we're soulmates doesn't guarantee us that we'll be together for the rest of our lives. But it does, I feel like, but it does give us the opportunity. You know what I mean? But sometimes soulmates are just meant, like we come in, like we're someone's soulmate. We come in for a moment to help them, or they come in for a moment to help us, and then maybe we don't see them again. But some soulmates last a lifetime. I love this Chariot opened up this reading first and foremost, because if you want to talk about evolution, well, then a Chariot would be the one, because that is about unlimited potential. I feel like there's just a little message here of like being careful, and probably for both of you, of like not hanging on to like my way or the highway type of thing, but instead like what's the word I'm looking for? Compromise, I guess. I do feel like the two of you are meant to be together. Again, it doesn't guarantee us anything, but I do feel it. All right, let's go underneath that. We have the Fool. And we have Justice. So, Justice, card of Libra. And by the way, card of Cancer, I should say that. But here's the thing. I feel like this is justice. When you're doing a love reading, certainly you can talk about law, divorce, karmic, all that. But this is what I feel, especially because it's coming next to the Fool. It is about making you whole again. It's what's fair and just in the world. And maybe both of you, like, maybe you both are concerned with like fairness within the world, or, your fellow man type of thing. I do feel like there is definitely evolution. Here's the thing though, the Chariot is driven by your intentions. So my intentions, if I keep my intentions bright or optimistic, then chances are that's the way my life's going to look. If I put a lot of worry or restrictions, like in the Four of Pentacles, sometimes it can mean like restrictive type energy, but then the Fool's underneath it. So I feel like the ability to let that go, and just live free and clear with each other. So, I feel like there is evolution here. And I do feel like, but we have to let it be too. Let's just take one over here, Three of Pentacles, and one over here, Eight of Pentacles. You had a lot of Pentacles, first of all. So being grounded is important. Making sure you're grounded. And make it, I also feel like there's a little side note for you. Like making sure you're keeping your dreams alive also, not related to love, if that makes sense. Other than that, I feel like there is evolution. It's saying that you're soulmates. It is even recognizing your individuality, like the appreciation of that. So, I mean, there's nothing negative here. The only negative thing would be like if one, like it has to be my way or the highway type of thing, that would put a hamper on it. But if we can let that be and go with the flow, then I feel like this will flow. Like there is no limit. There's no limit upon this. The only limit that's going to be put upon this, let's just say, potential is my thoughts. So if I keep my thoughts bright, if I keep my intentions positive, then I feel like this evolution just keeps getting bigger and better and bigger and better. Doesn't mean there's not issues. We have to understand that. But it does mean that two people can work through these issues if if any issues do arise. And I don't know, maybe somebody did cut ties with someone else. And if someone's worried about that, I feel like you don't have to worry, because I feel like if I cut ties, I cut them completely. And I feel like that probably is more on his side. So, and what I mean by that is that I come to you free and clear, at least my heart. So it looks good. It looks good. But I also need to throw out there that I feel like also your money looks good. Or let me put it a different way. I feel like the potential of increasing your finances may be more than you thought are here. Like the potential is here. This isn't just about love for you. It's like your life. Okay. Let's pick that up. I hope that helped, my dear. I keep feeling like there's a cord connected like my other phone. Yeah, you can donate on PayPal. I don't know if I'll get the notification here, though. I don't think I put my PayPal up, so I'll just have to take your word. Are you blocked? Of course you're not blocked. Hopefully you got back. I'm talking about Andrea. Hopefully you got back on. Tracy, you said you did PayPal. I believe you. I just can't see it right now, but certainly I'm just trying to see if you already asked a question. If not, I'll wait for your question. And I'm talking to Tracy Falvery. I'm just looking back to see. Hi, Lady of the Lake. Hi, Voyager 2. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, can you have a question? Yeah, I am doing donations first, and then I'm going to go back and just whoever I'm pulled to. I'll do some free ones too. So I'm just waiting for Tracy, if you're still here. And then Yara, also, you said you paid on PayPal. Thank you very much, by the way, guys. I sound like I'm not grateful. I'm so grateful. But I don't have questions from either one of you. So what I'm going to do until you guys, but if you both, oh, what's that? I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, I just knocked myself out of comments again. Dang it. All right, so I was looking for Tracy. And Yara. All right, so Yara, I see your question. Who is coming towards me in love, please? This is for I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Yaara. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. And by the way, guys, the reason why, again, I know a lot of you know this, but those are new to the room, and maybe you'll come back again. I announce what decks I'm using in case there's a deck that like you prefer. You can certainly ask me to use any deck. Oh, I cut the cards. Didn't really even mean to. All right. So, who is coming towards you in love? Love, love, love. 7 of Wands. That's about standing your ground. Why? Like, why? Oh, 10 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Interesting, you have 2 sevens that are mirroring each other. Both are a little bit of difficult energy, I'm not going to lie. 7 of Wands is about standing your ground. But, to what point? To what point is what I meant to say. 7 of Swords can be untrustworthy energy. It is, they call it the thief in the night. But, it doesn't have to mean that. Can also be about someone who's on a spiritual quest. And sometimes they don't even know it. Like, I'm here to learn about my spirituality. And sometimes I have to be like, fall to my knees before I even start to seek it. And it's interesting because you have the 5 of Cups here also. You go from the 10 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. So I feel like you're probably was once in the 10 of Cups, and that didn't work. So let's go below that, because we want to know what's coming in. But I also want to say, in the 5 of Cups, the message of that card is to ask yourself where your focus is at. Because in the 5 of Cups, I am focusing on what I have lost. And, it makes sense. We all do that. But then we have to ask, then we have to say, okay, enough is enough. And why? Well, because the 5 of Cups is really a beautiful energy once we let go of what was, so to speak. What follows in the 2 of Cups, or in the 5 of Cups? 2 more cups. And I often relate that to a soulmate. All right, we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have, interesting, the 2 of Swords. It's like something's coming towards you. Okay, this is what I feel first of all. There may be some old energy you just want to clear up. You know what I mean? Like, think about what you're focusing on. And because I feel like this is 2 different perspectives of how I'm going to look at love. And one is with a blindfold, and I feel the other is using my logical mind. And I feel the 2 of Swords would have to tie back to that 7 of Swords. So it makes me feel like something's coming your way, but how are you going to deal with it? Okay, we had a card flipped over. Look at that, the Knight of Wands. Fast-moving energy, but also passionate. Can feel chaotic. You could have someone come in very quickly. Interesting. Who did I just do? Who's reading? I think it was Virgos, where I felt like they were going to be swept off their feet. And this could certainly be the energy of feeling swept off your feet. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not loving the energy behind it, because it's almost like, am I going to say yay or nay? We have the 8 of Pentacles. So, wherever you put your focus is what you're going to grow. And that may be a question you have, can I be successful in love? Well, if you focus on it, right? If you work on it, 2 people, And that may be why we're seeing the two twos, right? Both people. Um, but I feel like also this is for you just to say, can love really be the 10 of cups? And the answer I feel like is yes, as long as we're willing to put the focus on that 10 of cups, to put the focus on each other. Anyways, let's keep going. I feel like that's just a little bit of where you've been, maybe to get you ready of what's coming. So you do have something that's coming towards you quickly. We have the 9 of Wands. That's reflection. That's your own reflection now. That's reflecting over your own life, without judgment. But it is reflecting at the difficult times. But how was I in it? That's really what I want to know. I feel like the person in the 9 of Wands, once they have that reflection, remember 9 is about final reflection. I'm not meant to like stay in this reflection for 9 years unless I'm a monk. You know what I mean? Like I am meant to reflect and then move forward because there is new growth on here. And I often feel like this person really becomes a spirit warrior of all that they have learned, all they have overcome. We have the Page of Cups under the Two of Swords. We have, well, hello, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Cups, inner harmony. Interesting, because I feel like there's your secret. There's your secret. And then we have the Tower. Now, this wouldn't be saying, well, we're bringing love in, but then we're going to bring the Tower in. No. I feel like this would be more of the way I may think. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like your past, I do feel like you've dealt with some issues. But I also feel like, it's interesting. These two nines mirroring each other, the 9 of Wands, it's about like my spiritual strength due to my experiences. And then where does it ultimately land because of that reflection? Inner harmony. And let me tell you something. When you have inner harmony, then you're able to love freely. And that may be part of this equation. Like, I really have to learn to love freely. No blindfolds, right? No blindfolds, no defensive actions. You really want to be in the present moment energy. Why? Well, if anything untrustworthy will come towards you, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it. You have to trust your intuition. But I do feel like, I feel like there's someone coming, and I feel like it's very passionate type energy. And I feel like if you question, can it work or won't it work? I feel like the answer, like it's giving you that answer, and it's saying, if both people here in the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles work together, I feel like it's beautiful potential. I do feel like you've been through a little bit of hell, and maybe it's now taking you to your heaven on earth. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10, and let's talk about the 10 of Pentacles because it's coming under the energy of what I feel is coming toward you. To me, that means something that can stand the test of time. I feel like the 10 of Pentacles is for the rest of our lives. It's something that takes root. Could certainly talk about soulmate energy, where like we were hand in hand. I feel like the most important message for you is to find inner harmony within yourself first and foremost. And, the ability to like, and the only reason I'm saying that, because I feel like, something coming your way and it's coming passionate and it's coming fast, which can feel chaotic. And maybe my natural reaction is to raise up my defenses, but I don't feel like you need to here. That's just what I'm feeling. No blindfolds. I don't feel like this has anything to do about like the hurt of the past that you've experienced. I feel like this is an opportunity really to go the whole way with someone. You know what I mean? Like the whole way. I feel like your inner child just wants to come out and play, have fun, love, laugh. It's exactly what you should do. It's mirroring the Ten of Cups. And these two nines mirroring each other, two sevens mirroring each other. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to let that be. You know, when it's coming through the Knight of Wands, that's usually fast moving energy. So much so that it can really feel chaotic. All right, let me grab a drink. And get back to my phone. You're very welcome. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Regina. Tracy. Love. Okay, so just love in general. Okay. So for Tracy, I'm doing love in general. Okay. Let's bring out the Universal Tarot. I'm trying to switch them up a bit. All right, let's give it one more shuffle. That didn't shuffle that nice. There we go. Perfecto. All right, love for Tracy. Would Mother Mary say truth? I am lovingly honest with myself and others. And I'm not specifically saying that for you, Tracy, but I want to remind those who weren't in the room when we first began. Mother Mary brought out the energy of truth. All right. You have the Hermit, card of Virgo. You have the Eight of Cups. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Hello, Two of Cups. How's that for love? I want to take a couple more cards. I already know what I want to say, but I want to take a couple more cards first. I want to get our whole story out. We have the King of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but don't just think that. You know, and all of a sudden it tied me back to Mother Mary, truth, right? That's what the King of Swords stands for, truth, communication, integrity. We have the Seven of Wands again. Temperance again. Look how Temperance is showing up in everyone's reading. And then we have the Five of Wands. Interesting. Interesting, Tracy, because you have a little bit of a mixed bag here. I feel like I do feel like there's a need, or maybe you've already done this. And if you haven't, I feel like there is a need for you to, think about the Hermit's energy. And the Hermit really has gone through the dark night of the soul. Just means I've gone through experiences where I really felt like I couldn't find my way out. But eventually I do, I also feel like it's when I'm really asking those big questions. But I feel like, what I'm trying to find is the light. And I love the Eight of Cups right next to that, because I feel like, in the hermit, like the hermit goes into the dark cave, right? But when the hermit emerges, the hermit is now illuminating, well, that lantern for oneself, but also for the world. Um, so I love that the Eight of Cups is next to that, because I feel like through the Hermit's energy, you found or you're finding emotional clarity. Another way of saying it is you're allowing yourself to have a new beginning. Because I do feel like your past, I definitely felt like you dealt with some difficult energy. And, but I also feel in the same time there was something that you learned from that, or you had the opportunity to learn from that. Okay, I want to take one on each side because the hermit is illuminating. Okay, now the hermit's illuminating your thoughts. The hermit's illuminating the fear, the Nine of Swords. 2 nines, by the way. But the Nine of Swords is unnecessary worry. So if I carry this worry around, that means that there's still energy I haven't cleared. You know what I mean? Like where maybe someone didn't treat me right and that energy stayed with me. So when the next person enters my life, I automatically put that energy upon them. It's like, well, that person treated me like shit. Why wouldn't you? Well, because they're a soulmate. I mean, it doesn't guarantee you that a soulmate's going to treat you. Look at that, Tracy. You got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Self-created prison. There's a need to free yourself. There's a need to free yourself from your thought system. It's almost like, I could be completely wrong, but it's almost like I'm telling myself, it's like I want love, right? And I want the highest of love. But then this fear energy, like it's here. We can't ignore it. And that's probably why temperance is here. Like this is energy that we cannot control. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Eight of Swords, it's self-created, so you can uncreate it, and you are the only one who can uncreate this energy. But it's definitely telling us why. And a lot of it, I feel like, has to do with your past. Okay, so let's take it moving forward. So let's say that you free yourself from this energy, or this is old energy. I'm going to go right down the middle. We'll look at that, the Four of Swords. It's like your mind is being freed. It's like your thought system. It's like you're finding clarity. I couldn't be more happier to see the Four of Swords than right this moment, especially with temperance right below it, divine timing, healing of that mind, healing, and I feel like, where's my worry? My worry is that, I don't want to get into a relationship that's just going to dissolve. I feel like you want something that's going to last a lifetime. So it's really important that I know myself and I know what energy I'm in, because the Hermit's illuminating those swords to you. But also divine is saying, but we're here to help heal that. Look at that, the Eight of Wands. So you have 3 eights. 3 eights in your reading. Eight of Wands, what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. So I don't want to bring about more things to, make me feel imprisoned. Quite the opposite. I want to free my mind. And I feel like the rest will follow. I feel like you have a soulmate energy that's coming your way if it hasn't already reached you. But in the meantime, I feel like if it hasn't reached you, there's a reason. And I feel like that reason is so that you can clear your energy. And what do I mean by that? Well, I don't want to let my past predict my future, unless it was a good past. You know what I mean? Yeah, then I want more of the same. But if it wasn't, then it is my thought system that's going to predict, my harvest in the fall, so to speak. It's the seeds I'm planting right now. And if you're manifesting from the Eight of Swords, I feel like you only manifest more things to worry about, more reasons to feel like you got to protect yourself. But if I can eliminate that energy, and what does that mean? It means that you have to trust my own energy as a measure of whether something is good or not. We're naturally born with that. Let's say fear is really just meant for fight or flight, but we're not meant to live in it. And I feel like so your guides are helping to heal that. And then I feel like, wouldn't that be the perfect time then for love to walk in the door? I feel like the answer is yes. I'm going to take one more. We have the Five of Swords. All those swords. Okay, so this is kind of telling me that a lot of these swords may have happened from things that were outside your control, like other people's actions, other people's toxicity. But yet at the same time, you still need to heal from that. It's like I got to heal my inner child. I really feel like I got to heal my mind in the way that I think, like no limited, like believe that you can have the best. So I definitely feel like you've been through it, but that was then. And a five is change. So change after the healing. And then eights are all about a new beginning. Will I allow myself to have this new beginning? And then that just feels like the perfect time for a soulmate to enter your life. Because I feel like if I entered too soon and you're not ready, and I'm met with all these swords, right away there's going to be issues. But if those swords are down, it doesn't mean that I automatically just give someone a chance. No, but I can see. You know what I mean? Like there's no blindfold. I can see. I can feel who you are, right? There's no barriers around me. I trust my energy. But this is the soulmate energy. Okay, I gotta let that go. I could go on and on and on there, Tracy, but I feel like I just want to take look at that. I just wanted to look at the soulmates, and then you get the chariot. Unlimited potential. That's why these swords, look at all these swords. That's why they got to go. If you can. I know you can. I shouldn't have said if you can. And I feel like you're probably already on your way. But then the chariot, truly unlimited potential. However, what would stop that chariot from moving forward? My intentions, my fear. It's like trying to drive a car with four flat tires. I just got to fill those tires up. And then I can go as far as I want to go. All right, I'm going to let that be. I could feel, I guess, what's the word I want to say? The difficulty in that energy or in your reading. But yet, all of that energy, all the negative energy that was in that reading, is all energy that you can let go of because it's just energy that's landed in your thought system. So, when people see swords, sometimes they freak out. But truth be told, like we can control those. We can control our own thoughts. And we also have to tell ourselves or remind ourselves that sometimes we lie to ourselves. Just because we think something doesn't always make it true. You know what I mean? All right. I hope that helped, Tracy. I know that was a hard one. Hi, CB. You need to make some big changes at work. It almost feels too late. Guidance. You need to make some big changes at work. I think it almost feels too late. Any guidance? Gonna bring out the Cozy Witch. Give it a couple shuffles. This is for CB. I'm gonna give him a cut. All right. So I'm going straight to your guides for this one. Straight to, whoa. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Well, there's your work. Oh my, the Tower. Maybe too late for something. King of Wands. Ten of Wands. The Empress. Good luck charm. And the World. Okay. Wow. It's like a mixed bag. I do agree there's something going on with your work. I don't know if like there's a potential of you being let go. But here's the thing I want to say also, CB, with the Empress showing, it's showing like, you know, your creativity, and she's connected to the Eight of Pentacles. So even if something I feel like happens at work, I feel like there's something else where you have the wisdom and the know-how to maybe it's even create your own thing. You know, I feel like with the Ten of Wands and the Tower, Ten of Wands to me makes me feel like there's a lot put upon your shoulders. And then the World's underneath that. So there is a change, but it doesn't feel like a bad change. And I know that's hard, you know, like, well, what if I lose my job? What do you mean that's not a hard change? I'm not necessarily saying you're losing your job. I do feel like something is changing. But here's the thing. I feel like ultimately, whatever happens here, I feel like you come out stronger, if that makes sense. And I also feel like, you know, you might, the universe might potentially be pushing you towards something else, something better, something bigger, something that feels more natural to you. I don't know. I just get this feeling that no matter what happens at work, that there's something new that wants to open up. And it is like it's all coming from you. It's all coming from your experiences, your wisdom, your creativity, all of that. And I feel like up top, like in the top of the reading, I feel like you don't have a lot of control over what's done here. But you do have control over what I do about it. So I do agree with you that, you know, I mean, of course I agree with you that there is something going on with your work. Let me go back and just reread your question one more time. You know, I do want to say, and I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I'm just going to say it. Because in a way, I feel like it could mean that this job is coming to an end. But then I get this feeling of like you like being promoted. Now, I don't know if it's with them or if it just means promoted in life. So with that in mind, I want to take a couple cards, Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Listen, this is the guidance I would give you. I would say if you feel that there's a chance your job might come to an end, or there's a change that you just won't be happy with, I feel like the universe has other plans for you. Now, it doesn't mean, you know, you need to follow or anything, but I feel like there's something stale about your current work. Now, you may love what you do, but I feel like it feels stale to me. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like I don't know, like maybe I don't enjoy it. Maybe I used to enjoy it, but I no longer do. Um, I feel like the best advice I could give you is if you think that your job might end, then, and you know, I don't know your age, but because I feel like this is also great energy of working from home. So that could be an option for you, but I also feel like you're going to be guided. Like, I feel like this Ace of Swords is like, boom, ideas, boom, epiphanies. And I feel like you should follow that. The world makes me feel like you don't have a lot to worry about, even though any change is hard, especially if, there are things going on in your work. I can see it. It's right here. And like how you said, it may be too late. And let's say it is too late. Well, maybe it's too late for that, but it's not too late for you and what you could create next. Now, that Ace of Swords can also talk about, like, if I'm worried that this is going to end, putting resumes out, word of mouth, because I feel like you're going to land like in the right place, in the right position, in the right time. And even the difficult energy you're going through now, I feel like it all has purpose. Okay. I feel like I just want to take one more under that. The patient witch. I feel like you've been patient, like, what's going on? What's going on? What to say? Learn to get comfortable with sitting still when necessary. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're working from a desk. All right. I'm going to let that be. Um, again, it's a mixed bag, but it's like, if I could predict your future, I feel like it seems very bright. But I do feel like first I got to get through the heaviness of what you're going through. But I do feel like you're going to get through it, and I do feel like, down the road, all will be fine. Probably better than fine. But I do feel like first I got to get through this temporary, because it is temporary energy, difficult but temporary. All right. I hope that helped, my dear. Um, Erica. Hello, Erica. General for Erica. You got it, my dear. Um, let's go back to the psychic tarot. Anyone who's new in the room, I just want I just want to let everybody know that I do donation readings first. I only think it's fair. But then I do try to come back and do some free ones also. And that's why I have chat replay on, because sometimes you don't know if your question got answered or you had to leave the room. You can always go back and check if you choose. All right. Erica. Erica. Her spirit guides. All right. Well, the Ace of Swords, triumphant success. Hello. Is your first card. It came face up. And to me, I recognize that because I feel like what comes face up, it really wants to be seen. It's maybe the most important thing here. You can tie that back to Mother Mary too, honesty, right? Because I feel like in the Ace of Swords, that's what we are. We're being honest. We're being honest with ourselves. We're being honest with our communication. But it's calling you a success here. So let's keep going. We have firm foundation. We have, well, hello, Mother Mary. And now your spiritual team. Both bring out truth. This is judgment. This is your spiritual team calling you to the present moment. It's almost like your phone's going to ring. Ringy, dingy, dingy. Stand your ground. A lot of you have been getting that. Shadow, which is the moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Choose wisely. So something's coming your way. That, I do feel like your phone's going to ring. And then look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles, material harvest. One of my favorite energies. This is card of Virgo. This is successful self-employment. I feel like there's an opportunity coming your way. And I do feel like it's in your finances. And I love the Nine of Pentacles because I feel like in the Nine of Pentacles energy, I feel very independent. And it doesn't mean like I don't want love, anything like that, but I feel very independent. Like I can take care of myself. I can take care of me. So it feels like something is coming your way and you have to make the decision, even though your spiritual team is here, that does talk about a rebirth, right? Calling you to the present moment. Why? Well, because it's Ace of Swords, because of potential communication. But then I do feel like if it's communication, it's truth. We have two cards that are speaking truth. So I feel like you can trust in what's coming your way. So let's go right at that. I want to look right at that Seven of Cups. Sacrifice, conflict and defeat, and the Empress. Okay, so why would I be... The Seven of Cups usually, I feel chaotic in choosing a cup. I'm uncertain about choosing a cup, especially with shadow right next to it. Like, will it be good for me or will it not? I feel like, again, it's energy of, because we have a 5 here, change. This is some type of change that's coming your way, but I feel like it's also to help you overcome some struggles you may be going through right now. And the Empress coming over the Nine of Pentacles. I don't know if you could be more lucrative than that. Like, this is someone, like, I love the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles because she's so creative, right? Like, she can do anything. She can be a writer. She can be anything. It all comes from her, and it comes from her wisdom and everything that she's been through. And I feel like that's talking to you, all that you've been through, the sacrifices that you've made. But listen, it feels like now is your time. Now is your time. And I feel like, why would I potentially say no to this opportunity? Well, I feel like it would have to do with the uncertainty of it. Like, maybe I don't know exactly where it's going to lead, but maybe you're not meant to. Maybe it's just meant to be present moment energy. You know what I mean? Like, the Empress is always planting her seeds because she knows, the more seeds I plant, and especially if they're of positive intention, my garden is just going to be plentiful in the fall. Like, I'm just going to, my garden's going to overflow with. So I feel like an opportunity is coming. I feel like it's coming regarding your money, your creativity, and what you do in the world. And I feel like there may be some type of offer, or even like maybe money to do your own thing, because I feel like you should be doing your own thing. Doesn't mean I can't work for a company, but I feel like anybody who shuts down your ideas, well, they don't know what they're talking about, because I don't feel like your ideas should be shut down. Quite the opposite. So maybe if I'm working for a company who has no interest in that, well, then maybe I do it on my own, because you do have a great omen for like working on your own. But again, it can be in a company. But I feel like there's an increase in your finances on their way. And I do feel like you deserve it. I feel like you've earned it. I feel like you've made sacrifices, and now it's time. It's like the universe is like, okay, it's time for you now. Let's not forget your very first card, triumphant success. And the very last card, independent success. Who is the benefactor of the Nine of Pentacles? You are. You. You. All right. I'm going to let that be, but I feel like if you're looking for money, honey. All right. I know I'm missing a lot of people. Well, just phones, squirrels so fast. Hi, V-Scorp. You wanted to ask for an update regarding what is coming in for me now through perhaps the fall time. Okay, V-Scorp. Please, this is not you, V-Scorp, but please, guys, try to just put one comment down. Because you just clog it up otherwise, and then it makes it hard for me to see like who's donated. I see Angry donated through PayPal. So I'll look for your question. But I'm going to do V-Scorp right now. So you wanted to ask for an update regarding what is coming in for you now through the fall. I'm going to use the Tarot Dreams. I didn't bring all my decks out. Well, no, I never bring all of them out, but just because I wasn't sure with this phone if I could even get online. So, Tarot Dreams for V-Scorp. What's coming towards her from this point, from current moment into the fall. First of all, 3 Pentacles, and then look at this, 3 Cups. There's our 33 again. And I say that because I know some of you have a master number 33, and it just keeps showing itself. The Tower. Don't worry about that. Don't freak out. The King of Swords. The Hangman. Chariot. Beautiful. The High Priestess under the Tower. Faith. That's a Hierophant under the King of Swords. Temperance, I feel like, has come out in everybody's reading. So we may be really talking about divine timing here. And then look at the other side of Temperance. The Wheel, my dear. Destiny. So we do have the Tower, right? But listen, your intuition's underneath that Tower. I almost feel like you can predict towers. There's another way of saying that. Like, I feel like you have the ability within yourself to feel if something's not feeling quite right. And what I mean is I feel like you have enough experience dealing with towers that now you can see them, feel them 100 miles away. You just have to trust that within yourself because you have that ability. So Temperance is saying, anytime Temperance shows up in a reading, it means something is coming your way, but it is in divine timing. It does mean that we can't really control it so much. The best thing we can do is just get ready. Let's say we want it to be love, then we've got to be that lover that we want back. Let's say it's finances. Well, then we got to be willing to put in the effort that it takes. But other than that, I feel like everything works out just the way it's meant to, divinely. And then you have this 33. So the Three of Pentacles talks about your individuality and what you do in the world. You do have the Hangman underneath that, which I find very interesting. And it's mirrored over here by the Hierophant, which is about your faith, your hope, keeping it alive. It is a 5. Interesting, because the Hangman is like a pause in the action, but really the Hangman is seeking wisdom. That's why the Hangman stays still. I'm seeking wisdom on my next steps. Mirrored by the Hierophant. Well, I like that because that means your next steps are coming of the light. And then the Chariot is really, again, unlimited potential. I feel like you have something that's coming your way that it's an opportunity to celebrate. And like, I feel the energy only getting like, maybe this is planetary, because I feel this for a lot of people where I feel like the energy is just getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And for you, I'm not worried about that, Tower, because I feel like this is not a prediction of like the towers to come, because I feel like you can like, or let's say a tower does come. I feel like you can just hop right over it now. But I do want to look a little more at this king over here. We have the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Maybe I want this knight to come in. But don't worry, right? Again, there's that Nine of Swords where Temperance is saying that we've got to learn to let go of that. It's unnecessary or it's outside of our control. And that's what Temperance tells us. Like, what's outside of your control, give it to me. Let me handle it. I'll handle it for you. And I'm wondering who this king is. And then we get the Knight of Cups, unexpected cup of fulfillment. It's also sitting on your wheel. So now I'm thinking this worry, or the Tower, is where your worry lies. But it's interesting because I also feel the power of you, like where you don't have to worry about towers. And maybe that's really what Temperance wants to say to you. Like, the more that you can be in the present moment energy, and that means like no blindfolds, trusting your own energy, trusting it as your measurement of, what's good, what's not, what's next. Do I accept? Do I not? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to put all that worry around it. The Knight of Cups is an unexpected couple fulfillment, whether I accept it or not. But I feel like you will. I feel like you will. And it's sitting on your wheel. And it just so happens that I feel like if that's the case, then this king can can recognize your very soul. Now, if this is something that once was, and maybe I want it back again, and maybe it's coming back again, then it's even more important that I clear the past energy and that they have also. But because the wheel is here and Temperance is here, I don't feel like this would mean anything negative coming towards you. Quite the opposite. So I feel like just allow, just go with the flow. Don't allow this worry to consume you. And it's showing you it's right over the tower. Your intuition is stronger than your fear. Your intuition is meant to be your GPS to let you know if you're taking a wrong turn or not. And the more we trust that, well, the more unlimitedness, I don't know where I got that word, life becomes. So everything looks really good. The only thing would be that Nine of Swords, but I know that you can overcome that. And then, this Knight of Cups win, well, it's unexpected. But we're asking for a specific time, right? So we're asking going from here, moving into fall. And it's interesting we open with the 3, which could certainly speak about March. And we close with a 5. Could speak about May. So something may be happening between now and May. And I don't feel like it's just one thing, to be honest with you, because I feel like one thing opens another thing, which opens another thing. And before you know it, you may look back and be like, wow. But it could also be energetic, where energetically I'm just like, wow, I feel free. I feel good. Okay, I'm going to let that be. And then I know someone just paid on PayPal, but where did you go? I don't know where you went. Okay, Tracy, so we just did yours. I know somebody, I'm sorry, I know there's someone else that did PayPal, but I can't find you right this moment. Oh, angry. Angry. So I'm going to see if you put a question down without. Hi, Camille. Angry, angry, angry. Oh, Angie. Sorry. But what's your question, my dear? For Angie. I was wondering, I was thinking, why would she name herself Angry? So I apologize about that. Hi, Grounded Dreamers. Hi, Tara. You're welcome, Erica. Lisa, yep, I can see it. I just have to get Camille. All right, and then Angie, I see your question under Camille, so I will do yours after. And again, I apologize for calling you angry. I shouldn't even laugh. Camille, what deck should we use for Camille? Cozy Witch. For the next 3 months, approximately. What's coming in for Camille? The next 3 months. I did you guys yearlies, except I only did it like seasonal. But I have to tell you, I don't know if I'm going to do spring, only because very few people watched the first ones, and they're a lot of work. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a few here and there. But anyway, So, Camille, well, hello. Did you see that card? See it stand on itself? How did it do that? What is it? The Ace of Pentacles. I hope you saw that. It's just like standing up. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. We have the broom. Out with the old, in with the new. The Tower. Well, that's what we're sweeping out. We have no room for you any longer. Interesting. It's almost like your guide just saying, you do have to make room, though. Like, here is this Ace of Pentacles. And, the Ace of Pentacles is really, it is something that's coming into your physical world. And it truly is meant to enhance it. It is a seed. That's how I look at the aces, like they're seeds. And we have to nurture them. But if we do nurture it, it's going to grow and grow and grow. But I also feel like we have to make room for it. And I feel like that's it's being said right now. And it doesn't mean like I got to go clean my whole house. And I'm just using that as an example. But, the broom is about out with the old so that the new can come in. Well, we already know what wants to come in. We have the Queen of Swords. Well, hello, Knight of Pentacles. Camille, this is beautiful energy, and I'll tell you why. The Knight of Pentacles, to me, at our table, is our guardian angel. And the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight, no doubt, but he moves with purpose and comes in at exactly the right time. The only thing I can do to help speed up that time is maybe use that broom. And then it's the right time. So this knight is responsible to bring you what is right above it, the Ace of Pentacles. And so it does. And so it does. Hello, Ace of Cups. Wow. Right next, again, to your guardian angel, the Emperor. First time we've seen the Emperor today. Father figure. You could have a father or a father figure who is part of your guides. We have the Three of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. I don't feel like the Three of Swords is anything you have to worry about that's coming towards you. I feel like that's energy that clearly has already happened. I feel like you have a guide who does feel like a father figure. I feel like that's who the Emperor is representing. Now, I feel like the Emperor is a couple different things in this reading. But first and foremost, I do feel like it's a guide. And, I feel like I have to call him a father figure. It can be a grandpa. It can be dad. It can be, big brother. Like, someone who would just hold that energy for me. Now, we don't always know who our guides are. We haven't lived every lifetime with these guides, but we do know them. It's just that we may not remember them in this lifetime. But I get a feeling that you do know this person. So anyways, I feel like that's first and foremost. And I feel like that's a little bit what the Three of Swords is talking about. There's no way I feel like the Three of Swords is coming your way. Quite the opposite, to be truthful. I feel like, and that's what Mother Mary wants me to be, truthful. So here's this Knight of Pentacles who's bringing in this Ace of Pentacles. It's truly meant to expand your world, though you do need to make room for it. I feel like it's being guided to you. Like it feels like a meant to be type of energy. And to me, that means you deserve it. Like we can call it a reward, but I feel like it's because of the work I've done. Maybe I've used that broom, or I've learned to use that broom after every cycle. Like after every cycle, every 9-year cycle, or even in the 5th year, I take the broom, I look around, what needs to be clean, what needs to go. It's funny, I just said something to Sam the other day where he wanted to buy something, and I said, because he's been in the same house for 40 years. No, maybe not that long, but close. Where I've been like, I've traveled so much that I don't even think I have a home base. Well, now I do. Um, but what's my point? Oh, I said to him, I'm like, you know what? I said, from now on, anything new that comes in the house, we have to let go of one thing. So if you buy something new, one thing has to go. And I think I'm saying that because um, it must relate to you in some way. And I feel like that is also the broom energy. But let's go on the other side. Look at that, the Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. Also, what you think about, you bring about. Camille, it's understanding your power and your ability to manifest. And there may be something that you've been like like a certain way I've seen my life, or a certain thing I want in my life. And I feel like this is the time. Again, I feel that planetary action, like, you know what, we are having a total eclipse. Maybe that's what it is. Like energy starts to get lighter and lighter and lighter. And I feel like for many of us. But listen, this feels like not only increasing your money. Now, yes, I do have to put the work in. But then you also have the Ace of Cups. That is following this night. I feel like I want to just take one Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like there's also a couple fulfillment coming your way. Now, I guess the good news is the ball's then put in your court. Yay or nay. The Two Pentacles, they call it the Juggler's card. Does this fit in my life? Do I have time for it? Maybe this ace is like, it takes your time, what I mean? But in a good way. Don't get me wrong, in a very good way, in a very creative type way. So then maybe this Ace of Cups, shows up, and then you're wondering, like, okay, is it the right time? But here, and I also feel like it's important for me to say, like, the option will be yours. Let's just take one more on the other side of it. Well, we have the Queen of Wands. Replace that self-doubt with self-confidence. So she is the action. She's someone who is willing to take a leap of faith, sees where something will go. She doesn't allow prior towers to, like, stop her from having more adventures in her life. Quite the opposite. And, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But I get this feeling that when it doesn't, I just use the broom. Camille, I feel like you're evolving and you're evolving and you're evolving. And it feels like even your cards are evolving, like from one reading to the next. And now I'm just kind of looking around to see if I can, like, get, and well, that would be April. Funny, I just talked about the April total eclipse also. So you may find around that time period where I feel like the Ace of Cups shows. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles shows before that, because I feel like it's saying it's coming quickly. I don't want to freak you out. I don't, because I do feel like you do have to make room for it. But then I feel like you can take this ace and you can grow it to whatever you want it to be. So I feel like your next 3 months look very good. Very good. I feel like your main message is just to use that broom. You know what you do, like, it's like cleaning out your closets, but maybe it really means that. Like maybe it's saying like, when I eliminate, I feel freer. And that may just be a symbol to the universe that, okay, I'm ready. I get it. I get it now. Right? I get it. When I don't let the old go, the universe takes that as a symbol. Well, then maybe they're not ready for the new yet. But I kind of feel like you're beyond that. So I like your next 3 months. And I almost can't wait to hear what I feel like something's going to happen in April. And I do feel like it's going to be big. I say big. I don't want to scary because I feel like it's loving. It's all feels good. You guys, a lot of these readings are showing a lot of you becoming like really abundant in a lot of different areas of your life. And I hope everyone's paying attention to everyone else's messages, because I can see the synchronicities between your messages. So, you know, like Camille, you just got your message, but you may also relate to Dee's message, and you know what I mean? So like I feel like other people's messages also will help. Okay. All right. All right, so Angie, you want a love reading? Sorry, I thought I had all the sounds turned down. You want a love reading for Angie and Porcel, please. You're in a relationship. Okay. I think I'm gonna use this Gilded Tarot. They're just nice and easy to shuffle. But I do want to give them a good shuffle. And this is for Angie and your current relationship. Anything. Oh, look at that. Soulmates on the bottom of the deck. See if they make their way back out. All right. So, love with this relationship. Hello, Four of Wands. That's a marriage card, Angie. You know, this is my favorite love card, because this is where two people are truly making a commitment to each other, and not just for the moment, but for the rest of their lives. You know, it doesn't guarantee us we'll be together for the rest of our lives because of free will, but what a beautiful energy to open us up as it relates to your relationship. So if nothing else, it's showing you the potential. And I love that energy because I feel like everyone there wants to be there. With the Two Swords, but maybe you worry. Maybe you're worried. Maybe you're worried. Four of Cups. The Sun. Interesting. The sun's illuminating this connection. There's something going on in between, though. So I want to look underneath that. We have the Three of Cups. We have, interesting, 33 again. The Three of Swords under the Two of Swords. So I feel like that's more of a fear. We have the Hangman. the Empress. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Now, I could be wrong, but I do see, it's interesting because the sun's illuminating the two of you. It's illuminating this relationship. And it's illuminating in the most loving of ways. And here you are as the mother figure down here. Look at that, 333 now. Three threes. Um, I've got to look up that. I've got to look it up. I've got to look it up. Threes can be, it's the energy of celebration, joy. It can also be very spiritual. It has a lot of different meanings. But anyways, what does it mean for you right now? Well, I feel like because the two swords is above the three swords, I feel like you have a little fear of, can you completely trust your partner? So I want to go right on the other side of that. We have the King of Swords. And let's go right in the middle. We have the Magician. Okay. I love the Magician, but I'm not loving where it landed, even though I am the one who put it there. And I'm saying that because it is touching the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. And if you think about the magician is the manifester. Or another way of saying that is the magician really is the fool's greatest mentor. Teaches the fool, and we're all the fool. You know what I mean? Like, we're the fool entering in new time chapters, timelines. We're the fool entering new relationships. And it's a good thing. It means that we're not living in the past. But I feel like what this is saying is, I feel like it's just a little warning of, because we can manifest from negative energy just as we can manifest from positive energy. Though I do feel like negative energy, it's a little more difficult to reach divine, but I don't feel like they look at it and be like, okay, well, she didn't really mean that. No, I've got to, it's the law of attraction, right? Wherever your vibration at is what's going to vibrate back to you. Now, I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm only saying that because I want you to understand that, I'm not saying that this worry would then cause someone to cheat, but this worry feels like it leaves you in a certain type of energy where I feel like it really could be enjoyed. Let me look at the Seven of Swords. Look who made it out. Look who made it out. The Two of Cups. So from the bottom of the deck, it made it out. Okay. Let me say this. I feel like, first of all, it's showing the love. Whether I feel it or not, if we're going through issues, then I may not feel it as strongly as it truly is. It is showing that you're soulmates, and I feel like that's a beautiful thing when you get the Four of Wands also. But it is showing that there is, like, either I worry that I can't trust someone. Well, I want to look right at that. Okay, so that's what it is. You worry. I feel like someone worries that they can't trust the other. But I'm not feeling that. So let me go on this side. There is that worry. There's that Nine of Swords. All right, well, let's go right next to the Magician. Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like there was a day where either you or your partner maybe had done something that wasn't of the upright, wasn't of the most high, let's say. It was lower temptational energy. I don't feel like any of that's going on now, though. I just don't feel that, but I see it. So I feel like that's what the Nine of Swords is talking about, and the Two of Swords. Now, if there are real issues, if truly someone is like stepping outside the relationship, I feel like that's why the Empress is here, because you should be able to feel that. Instead of worrying about it, you'll be able to know it. But I don't think it's going on. To be honest, I don't think there's anything going on. Is there anything going on? 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles. So literally, I just asked you guys, is there anything going on that you need to worry about? And the 10 of Pentacles comes out. Well, to me, that is the house of loyalty. So I feel like whatever that 7 of Swords was, it ended up landing in your head, right, in your thought system. And they're still blindfold. But I don't feel like it's about your partner. I feel like it's just about, like I want to just be able to let go and be. And I feel like you do need to find a way to let go and be, and here's another thing. When you see the sun in a love reading, it illuminates anything and everything. So anything that's done in the dark will come to the light. And that you can trust in. Another reason why I don't want to have a blindfold on, right? Because how am I going to see the light? I feel like this can be quite the beautiful relationship, but we just have to let it be. We have to let it be what it wants to be. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. A little bit of a mixed bag, but really everything is quite beautiful. Where the mixed bag came in is within your thoughts. And I'm not saying like I don't want to say no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to shut my mouth now. All right. I keep thinking that my phone's tied. Though I should look at my battery. Okay, I have a lot of battery. This is a cheap little phone that when Sam and I switched over to Verizon, or he added me on, they gave me this cheap phone and I never used it, but literally my other phone, I couldn't get it to work. So I had to try this phone. All right, Lisa. Hi, Sandy. Do you see anything coming for me regarding love, please? Anything all past or present? Okay, Lisa Spears. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot. It's funny how I kind of stick with the same decks. I don't know why I bring everything out. Whoa. All right. I really wasn't ready to take anything. So I'm not going to take him yet. Just glancing at him. All right, let's give him a cut after all that. All right, Lisa. Love. Well, hello, Will. Destiny. Literally says destiny on the card. The Empress, conflict and defeat, choose wisely, choose wisely. To me, that means there's a choice coming up. What's it mirroring? It's mirroring your destiny. And I love that the Empress is sitting right next to that, because the Empress, the Empress is going to make a choice. She's going to trust her intuition. So even though the Seven of Cups can feel like it's kind of like trying to make a choice during chaotic energy. But again, your intuition, I feel like, will just make it very clear for you. Well, hello, truth again. Right under destiny, by the way. So your spiritual team connected completely or directly to your destiny. Look at this. The Ace of Pentacles. Right under the Empress. Wow. So Judgment says, I need your attention in the here and now, because there is about to be a rebirth. Now, this rebirth, it's already written. So it's already part of your destiny. It doesn't mean that, like, I can't change the colors and all that type of thing. Of course you can. But it is something that's sitting, and I think you're asking about love, right? Yeah, love. So it must be love. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Well, you probably heard me say it a million times where I feel like the Ace of Pentacles, especially because it's coming from your spiritual team and it's part of your wheel. This is taking this ace. And I love the Empress receiving this ace. I feel like you're the Empress, because that means the Empress is going to take this ace. And I have no doubt you will grow it and grow it and grow it. But let's keep going. Let's see what comes under this conflict. Look at that. Just kind of flipped itself around. We have accelerated motion. And then the Nine of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. So the Nine of Cups is mirroring your spiritual team, calling you to the present moment. It's interesting because then we have a 1. So that feels like very soon. But anyways, calling you to the present moment so that you can have this rebirth, so you allow yourself to have this rebirth, so you recognize it. Part of that rebirth is a fulfillment of wishes. But it's also about inner harmony, feeling really good within yourself. And listen, I feel like, and I know you guys probably are sick of me saying this, but I feel like when you have inner harmony, well, then you're ready to love another. So I feel like energy is speeding up for you. Like even from your last reading, I feel like energy is speeding up. All right, I'm going to take a card on both ends. So okay, movement, choices, decisions, right over choose wisely and fulfillment of wishes. And let's take, I felt like taking it from the bottom. Positive movement forward. But I feel like I got to take a top too. Patience and planning. That's the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles to me is very much like your wheel, because I feel like these are your soul seeds of intention. And I feel like one of them is coming, maybe more than one, but at least one is about to come to fruition. Now you're asking about love, and that's what I'm asking your guides about, love. So a fulfillment of a wish come true. The Ace of Pentacles, well, that means that something is coming into your physical world. And yes, it can be a person. It doesn't have to be money. To me, anyways, I feel like the Ace of Pentacles can be anything. But it is meant to, like, really enhance your world if you allow it. And I feel like it's moving quick. And that might be why making a choice is a little bit more difficult because it's moving quickly, but everything feels like it's sitting upon your wheel. And I also love it when a reading shows that, yes, it looks like love is coming towards you. But I love it when it's then put in, like the ball is put in your court. Like you say yay or nay to this. And that can be great, but that can be not so great sometimes because if I'm sitting in yesterday's energy, let's say, or I haven't cleared it, it doesn't mean I have to clear the person, but I need to clear the energy, or maybe I need to forgive, whatever it may be. This is, I want to live in today's energy, and I want to start creating my tomorrows through my beautiful intentions, and knowing that I can really create the type of life I want through my intentions. But there's a seed that feels like it's about to become ripe. And it's like you're about to pick this seed, this apple, and take a bite. It's reminding me of Adam and Eve all of a sudden. I don't mean that at all. I feel like I feel like you've had to have patience for something, but in the same breath, it feels like it's divine timing. So patience while divine was putting their plan in place, which really is your plan. And if it involves two people, then divine has to make sure two people, are at the right place at the right time, all that. But that's where we should leave our trust in divine. You're ready. I feel like you're ready. And I don't mean that in a desperate way, like, oh my God, my life sucks because I don't have love. I don't feel that. I just feel like you're ready to give your heart. And I feel fully, like I don't feel restrictions with your heart. And that makes me feel good because I feel like you then can take this ace and probably surprise yourself. So here I come, ready or not. You can't run. All right, I'm going to let that be. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Grounded Dreams, Angela. Hi, my dear. Let's see what energies are coming for me for the next couple of months. Okay. Choose the light seers. We haven't used them yet. Grounded Dreamers has a channel on YouTube, by the way, guys. It's funny because when I was thinking about doing lives before I I did them years ago, but I decided I was going to go on YouTube, which I never have time to do, but I just want to hear other people do their lives. And I went to Angela's Grounded Dreamers, and I hope you remember, maybe you don't. But I thought you were fantastic. So I hope everybody checks out your channel. All right. So next 3 months, 8 of Wands. It's going to be moving fast. 10 of Wands. 4 Swords. I like that. Um, I don't love the Ten of Wands, but I have to say, I do love the image here because I feel like this is someone who, like I was at the mountaintop and that mountaintop dried up. There's nothing left for me in that mountaintop. So I packed up what I could, you know, what I could carry. Would she have a donkey? No, she's got a bull. Why does she have a bull? Anyway, it's not a card of Taurus, I don't think. But anyways, so this person is heading towards their next mountaintop. And I feel like being open to that also. So there may be something like you may be heading towards this next mountaintop that just might surprise you. And interesting, you have the Four of Swords because I feel like you yourself are a natural healer. But this is also healing for you. Any of those broken little pieces that you feel like need healed. And I feel like this is you, like in the Ten of Wands, where you put a lot of work behind, what you do. It was a period of time of heavy responsibilities, but now it feels like just like everybody else, like the energy is getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Three of Cups. Nice. Reason to celebrate. Four of Pentacles. Oh, my foot fell asleep. Six of Cups. Whoa. All right. Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles I love because what's I forget the saying in one of the decks, but it's like what I give, I receive. It's the energy of give and take, but of equal terms. You know what I mean? It's coming under the Four of Swords. So I could certainly talk about a period of time where you were just the giver and not receiving. You know what I mean? You have the Nine of Cups. And then you have the Page of Wands, the risk taker. So, with the Eight of Wands, who opens up this reading, fast-moving energy. But it's also what I think about, I bring about. It's being mirrored by the Three of Cups. So I feel like it's saying there's something that's coming towards you after a period of time of probably a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, and also healing. Healing. Well, it doesn't always have to mean I'm healing over love. Maybe I just need to take a time out and, give myself a moment because then I feel like, boom, then the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Wands is like an opportunity opens up. And I love that it's also touching the Nine of Cups, inner harmony, but it's a fulfillment of wishes at the same time. And, I feel like I know you work from home, and I feel like the success is just going to continue. Interesting. I wonder if like you also moved. You know what I mean? Like you moved from one location to another location, and you're finding like more happiness and joy there. You know what I mean? And I do feel like locations can um have a role in, like certain energy in our life. Let's go on the other end of that. Four of Cups. Let's go right down the middle. The Queen of Pentacles. Four of Cups can talk about discontentment, boredom in one's life. But really, the Four of Cups is about using one's spiritual discernment. It does, to me, mean a cup is coming in. And the Page of Wands, it's mirroring it, means be willing to take a chance. I have a feeling it has to do with your money. It's like I know how you want to do that mystic fair, and maybe this is that. You know what I mean? Like maybe this is the ability to start like really moving into it. Because I feel you after a period, like I feel like you work hard. But I feel like you also got to play. Make sure you're making time to play, whatever that may mean for you. I feel that the work you do is important because I do feel like you help to heal those who really need it. But now it almost feels like a step up. Like a step up, because I feel like you are going to have to take a chance, take a risk, take a leap of faith on what's coming towards you. But I feel like you want it. You're ready for it. Remember in the Four of Cups, someone is being offered a cup, but they're being asked to use their spiritual discernment relating to whether I want to accept that cup. Well, I feel like you do, because that's why the Nine of Cups is here. So it feels like, again, heavy energy that's turning into much lighter and abundant. You know, you've been giving, and now I feel like you're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. And I feel like there's a wish coming true. You know what I mean? Or let's put it this way. I feel like there's an opportunity for a wish to come true. Follow the guidance, because I feel like you're being guided in that direction. You know, and I feel like, yes, I had to leave a mountaintop. It dried up. It was no longer, there was nothing left. But I'm on my way to my next mountaintop, and I know you're going to reach it. I just know you're going to reach it. Okay, I'm going to let that be, my dear. And of course, I always want everyone to use their own intuition. You know what I mean? Camille, you're going to take me on vacation when this 8 comes in. You got it. Hi, Archania. I'm so bad with names. Welcome, please. Or welcome, please. Welcome. Yeah, I am going to go back and do free ones, but I do want to do the donations first. Sundry. General reading, please. Sundry. And I just want to also let people know that I know a lot of people come on for the free readings also, and then it's like, I don't get that many done. When I put the notification out there, the earlier you can join, that's usually when I get a lot of the free ones done, before like a lot of people start coming and donating. So just a little hint, and that's probably on every channel. Of course, I wasn't able to send out a link until like right before I went live, and I wasn't even sure it was going to work. But anyways, Sundry, King of Swords. We've seen him quite a few times today. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. He does have a sword up. We have the Four of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, I get this feeling you're thinking of making a change in your life. Look at that. The Queen of Swords mirroring the King of Swords. And I say that because I feel like right now there's a little discontentment in your life. And I do feel like, you're trying to make a decision right now of potentially some type of change, but let's go below. Interesting that the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords are mirroring each other. Then we have the Knight of Wands under the King of Swords. We have the Five of Cups under the Four of Cups. Queen of Wands under the Two Pentacles. And then, hello, lovers. Interesting. Card of Gemini, first of all, it does mean ahead of a hard decision. And that could certainly be the case, especially with the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like there's something in your life right now that you're not completely satisfied with. There's some discontentment. And I feel like you're looking for this cup of fulfillment. And it's interesting, you do have the Lovers here. And you do have energy that is of like-minded energy, the Queen and the King. Yet all is not hunky-dory here at the same time. Because then you have the Five of Cups, which can certainly talk about, where my focus is on what I have lost. But then this Four of Cups, a new cup is coming in. So that's a reason why I don't want to get stuck in that Five of Cups, right? Five of Cups means that's where my focus is on, all that I have lost. And it's a 5, so it's asking for change. And that change is optimism of what can still be. This cup is coming towards you. You have to use your spiritual discernment to decide whether you want it or not. It feels like it's coming through the energy of desire and passion, and does feel like it's fast moving. It could be someone it could be a person, someone you already know. Well, Six of Cups, someone that I used to know, and the High Priestess. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is asking for. I definitely feel like there's a couple fulfillment coming your way. It could be like through a person's energy. You know what I mean, like a lover type energy. And I feel like if there's uncertainty related to it, that's really where you want to trust your own intuition there. You know what I mean? Trust your spiritual discernment relating to, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I feel like the energy is passionate. I feel like it comes rushing in. It's almost like that energy, again, of being swept off one's feet. And I say that because it's being mirrored by the Lovers. And even though it is ahead of a hard decision, it's still chemistry. And you know what I love about this, Lovers, is you can see the divine feminine, like she's in person, right? But the divine masculine, well, I'm on the wrong side. Like, he hasn't reached us yet. He's in spirit form. Now, I don't mean like he hasn't reached, he's not living on earth. That's not what I mean. So I wouldn't be surprised if you hear from someone from your past. Let's do one right down the middle. Five of Wands. Could be someone that you what's interesting is I've been saying this a lot, and I don't know why, but I'm feeling it here too. Where, you can love someone, right? You can love them passionately, but then we can also fight in that way. Like our fights can be passionate too. And I feel like we got to learn not to judge ourselves, because, if that's just who we are, that's just who we are. But we do have to recognize it. That, yes, we do have to recognize it. But long story short, I feel like, well, it just looks like there's someone who may be making a repeat return. But it does feel like of like-minded energy. It does feel like there's chemistry attached to it. And there does feel like there's also happy memories of someone. One more. Look at that, the Ace of Wands. It's go time. It's, this is saying follow your passion. Follow your passion. And I feel like that's why the Queen of Wands is here, because that's exactly what she would do. She would take that ace and she would go. So I feel like just follow your passion. There is a cup of fulfillment that's heading your way. And I do feel like it's meant to change, at least part of your life, because I do feel like there's part of your life where you're not content at this moment. But that can change, and I do feel like it will change. However, again, it's going to be, I feel like, up to you. And that, again, why I need to use my spiritual discernment. Maybe someone's coming towards me, and in my heart of hearts, I really want it, but then my mind like brings up all the bullshit from my whole life. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna let that be. I try to be careful not to like try to talk anybody into something, because I feel like you have to make your own decisions. You know. All right. Cleo. Cleo the cat. I'm sorry, I'm just reading a couple comments from the readings I did. Lighter energy for sure, give and take. Oh my, yes. I spent most of my lifetime here supporting other souls. Yep. I'm reading Crowded Dreamers. Also, haven't done a lot here on YouTube, but perhaps you dreamed it. I do a live group every first. I seem to see you all the time. At least you're in my news feed all the time, Grounded Dreamers. That's interesting. What? How am I seeing you? Interesting. All right. Clea? CLEA. A message from my guardian angel, Daniel. Clea? Yeah. Hi, Candy. I just saw you there. Hi, Sharon. All right, Clea. I'm going to stick with the Gilded Tarot, just because I can shuffle them really easy. All right, any messages from your guardian angel, Daniel? Daniel is in. Thinking that Elton John song, Daniel. Skim a cut. Whoa. All right. Interesting. We had the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. Well, that would be Daniel. Healing. How beautiful is that? Like healing of the Most High. We have the Tower. Under that Seven of Swords, so in a way, I don't mind seeing that tower. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus, by the way. We have the Five of Swords under that Four of Swords. Man, I feel like you've been dealing with some heaviness. We have the Three of Pentacles under Judgment. You have the Ten of Cups. Let me slide these up. Tower doesn't look so bad now that we see what's on the other side of it. The Magician. Two Swords. Death card. That makes sense because it's mirroring Judgment. So I already felt it was Daniel, but here we go. It's definitely showing us that. And then the Eight of Swords. All right, so let's take the Eight of Swords over here and let's do its mirror, which is the Hangman over here. Okay. Man, I feel like you've been dealing with some shit. I feel like you've been dealing with all types of people. Now, this is probably your past, but nonetheless, I do feel like you've been dealing with someone or people who have been untrustworthy. I feel like it probably resulted in a tower. But then over here is that Eight of Swords, which is the self-created prison. So what would Daniel want you to know? To free yourself, to allow yourself to be free, right? Not to get stuck within these prisons. And there's no one who can free you from this energy except for you. Not even Daniel can do it for you. Can certainly point it out, but this is work that we have to do. I feel like Daniel wants you to recognize your uniqueness, your soul's uniqueness. I also feel like, even though I feel like you've dealt with a lot of bullshit, a lot of heaviness, I do feel like that was then. But what's next? It's almost like Daniel was saying, that was then. So it's important that I put down my walls and I allow energy to find me and flow through me. It's important that I recognize, well, my importance. And when I say me, I mean you. But I'm speaking as Daniel, so it's important I recognize my part within this earthly plane. It's also important that you recognize that you are a spiritual being. And these difficulties were really human experiences. And these human experiences were really meant to build you up and build you up, even though a lot of them were quite difficult. So it's important that I don't, again, create these prisons. Instead, I come from the energy of hope, faith. I also feel like it's like a reminder that, you are the manifester. Like, we have to know that it's us who are planting our seeds. It is us who is really determining what our future is going to look like by the seeds that we plant today. And if we plant no seeds, well, then there's no harvest. So plant those seeds and keep them light. Keep them of the light. And you just might be surprised at what's going to find you. You have the Ten of Cups down here. And it is after a tower. So this is the house of love, the house of harmony. laughter, joy. I feel it all. But it came after a period of time, or it's still yet to come. And maybe that is why the Eight of Swords, more than ever, those walls need to be put down. You know, when someone creates the Eight of Swords, it just means that I'm not trusting my own energy 100%. You know, maybe I forgot that I am a spiritual being. And, you know, I'm so much stronger than this human mind of mine makes me believe. I feel like, you know, and then I feel like with the hangman over here, it's almost like, how can there be movement? Or if there's like, it's almost like I don't want there to be movement if I'm in the Eight of Swords, because the movement would just be even more confusing to me. It is showing you why the Eight of Swords is created, right? Past untrustworthy energy, energy that ends up in towers, you know, that's disruptive to my life. But sometimes these towers are our friends, because look what follows it, the Ten of Cups, and your ability to manifest that. But you've got to know that. Now, I do like that the Eight of Swords has gone down to the Two of Swords. But here's the thing. I feel like in your lifetime, there has been people that have been toxic to you. And I feel like, you know, it's about letting it go and letting it be, and thinking about your today and your tomorrow, and allow the past to be the past. Let go of these self created prisons. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. And with that freedom, there's rebirth. You know, we're always connected to our guides, and they're always there to guide us. But sometimes we miss it, right? Especially when there's the Eight of Swords or the Two of Swords. So, you know, I simply feel like what Daniel's saying is, uncreate this. And then the hangman, who right now is in the paused energy, will turn around. And that is an awakening. Now, I already feel that you're a very spiritual being, but I still feel like there's something of a human condition that seems to be holding you back. But it doesn't have to. That's the thing. Okay, I'm going to leave that be, and I'm going to thank Daniel. Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane. One of my favorite songs. I mean, no, I have so many favorite songs, but I love Elton John. I keep thinking I'm tied to a cord. It's so weird. Oh, my phone keeps jumping. You're very welcome, Lisa. Grounded Dreamers, it's funny you said that, like, after raising the kids and that. I often feel like that's what the Ten of Wands is. It's a period of time of heavy responsibilities, you know, and we can't really, it's like, you know, we have to handle them. Sundar, you're very welcome. All right, Camille, messages from your spirit guides and angels. Hi, Dawn. I was reading your comments. You caught Jen live yesterday. Um, I think she, you know, I think she is so good. she just needs to find that little extra confidence in herself. But I have to tell you, I think she's an excellent reader. And she's Scorpio, so she can really connect. Anyway, Camille's like, wait a minute, Sandy, we're supposed to be doing my reading. You're right. So, message from your spirit guides and your angels. I think I'm going to use the Good Tarot. Let's put those aside. By the way, for those who are like wondering, well, who's your daughter? Her channel is Jenny Love Tarot. Jenny Love Tarot. Her name's Jennifer. Whoa, your card just went flying. I don't even see it. We'll go find it in a minute. Hello, Two of Cups. Did you not just have that? The Sun. The Knight of Swords. Look at that. Oh, flipped itself around. The Seven of Cups. Interesting, because it feels like through the Knight of Swords, there's communication coming your way. But I do feel like you're questioning it in a way. And it's interesting, the Seven of Cups is mirroring the Two of Cups. Maybe you question whether someone's a soulmate. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. But that's about your beliefs. And it's funny because it's coming under the Two of Cups. I feel like it's also talking about morals and others' beliefs. Like it's like two people who carry the same, and I don't mean exactly the same because I feel like that'd be a little boring, but like carry the same integrity type of thing. You know what I mean? That type of energy. Hello, Ace of Cups. Is this not the second time you got that and the soulmates, or am I crazy? We have the Seven of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen of Wands. There it is. Page of Swords. Let's go ahead and take, we have the Seven of Swords over here. Interesting. 2 sevens. All right. I feel like you've already gotten this Ace of Cups. But it's definitely clarifying now that this is a soulmate type. I don't mean to say type. This is the soulmate energy. Now, soulmate doesn't always mean love. But I love that the sun is what's connecting them. Not only the sun is connecting them, but so is the Hierophant. I mean, and then you have the Seven of Swords over here, which is untrustworthy energy. But there's no way over here that someone could get by you with untrustworthy energy. I feel like in this energy, you would see it, you would know it, and you would nip it in the bud. Like, I don't feel like I feel like there's no way someone can pull the wool over your eyes. And I'm not even saying somebody would be trying. I feel like that would be a past energy, to be honest. But I feel like that's how much you have grown. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like you need to wear blindfolds. I don't feel like you need to create these barriers, because I feel like your growth and your understanding of your life, I feel like you have taken time to reflect And listen, sometimes maybe you were forced to reflect, but I feel like it all did you well. It all did you well. Man, you just look like you have something that is meant to be, that is going to be. You have so much light on this side of the table. Well, I can include this line too, to be truthful. So let's take one right down the middle. Five of Wands. Interesting. Somebody else just got that. And the Ace of Swords with the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. This could certainly be some type of communication that's going to come in, and when it comes in, it's going to reach you. Now, because the Seven of Cups is here, again, it puts the ball in your court. You make the decision. But listen, this could be very fast-moving energy also, because the decision of it is somewhat chaotic. But it's chaotic because of the type of energy that's coming in. And I'm saying chaotic. That may be the wrong word. It could just feel like a little overwhelming, but in the best of ways. I feel like you're putting a lot of hardships behind you. Like, I feel very proud of your growth, and I feel like that's your spiritual team, like speaking to you about your growth, about you opening up your spirituality, and you're learning more and more and more and more. And it just feels like it is serving you. Now, that doesn't mean there's not bumps in the road, but I feel like the bumps are becoming less and less and less. And then I feel like if there is another bump, well, you can just jump right over it or walk right through it. We don't want to ignore it, but we do want to. I feel like you can just walk right through it. It's like immediately you have the answer. You have the know-how. So, I mean, you have this beautiful cup coming towards you. It's coming through the energy also of the soulmates. Everything is being illuminated. It makes me feel like it's a period of time for you, and let's just take the soulmates and the Ace of Cups out of it, and let's just think about the sun and what it's representing in your reading. How I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it as like, feels like brand new day. It feels like unencumbered, like joy, laughter. I feel like your life just feels like there's going to be a lot of joy around it. There's going to be a lot of joy around you. And I 100% think you deserve every bit of it. And I feel like that's what your guides are saying. Like, you deserve every single bit of what's coming towards you. And I'm talking about what's coming towards you of the light. I feel like you don't get involved in other people's dramas anymore. Like, if you got drama, walk out the door, unless you're trying to help someone through it. But if someone is full of drama, like, I don't feel like you have time for them. Like, forget it. No, you can't live in my house. All right, let's just take one more over that Seven of Swords, and we get the King of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. That could be just representing someone who was, who carried untrustworthy energy, who didn't speak truth, whatever it may be. I feel like that is your past. I really feel that's your past. And it doesn't matter if it's a king or a queen. I feel like, I definitely feel like someone messed with your heart. Um, and I don't know how long ago this was because I'm not feeling a whole lot of value behind it anyway. So it could have been like a free will choice, could have been like a karmic type relationship. And that may be why you have so much growth. But I don't feel the value, like as in like I don't feel like this person is part of your I don't feel this person was a soulmate. Let's just put it that way. Oh, sorry about that. All right. I'm going to let that be. I mean, get ready, Camille. Really, a lot of us. I haven't done a reading for myself in a long time. But I just have a feeling a lot of us are going to just um, really enjoy the energy that's coming up. Camille, it's Jenny Love Churro. Jenny Love Churro. All right, Dawn. Yeah, she said she was going to do like try to do a lot of lives when she has her coffee in the morning. Just go live. And I thought that was a great idea. We're trying to figure out how we can do it together, how we can be on the same screen. Now we can do it from the phone, but my phone won't allow me. And this cheap little phone, there's no way. Um, but I'm wondering how I can connect her to my laptop so we can go live together. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right. Anyways. Oh, Robert Bowl. Okay. So, Dawn, any guidance? Bring out the witches or the cozy witch tarot. I do want to say that I'm probably only going to be on for another half an hour. It's funny. I planned on going live today, and then my phone stopped working. And then I was like, screw it. I'm not going to go live. I got all mad. I threw my phone against the wall. So now it's never going to work. So then I had to bring out this old cheap one that Verizon gave me. But listen, it's allowing me to connect to you guys. And I'm untethered. So anyways, I wasn't even sure I was going to go live. Well, that didn't take a long time. We have the Emperor. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. Why, yes, it does. Judgment. Five of Wands. 3 Swords. I almost feel like it's other people's actions that cause you to end up in the 3 of Swords energy. It's other people's words, drama. And I feel like you're the one who ends up like taking the brunt of that responsibility. But listen, this may be talking about your past also. Like this is what you've been learning. Not allowing others to have like, deep effects upon you. Again, I feel this like a need to remind you that you are a spiritual being. And when I'm being asked to remind someone of that, truly remember your power within that. You know what I mean? Like you are a spiritual being having human experiences. And when we live like that, then we're not afraid to allow ourselves to have experiences, but we're also not afraid to cut out what is not working and who is not working. Again, I'm getting that energy of there may be a little bit of drama going on around you. Could be where you're working. Don't allow yourself to get pulled into it. I almost feel like if I'm the boss and the drama doesn't stop, someone's going to go. We have the Two of Wands under the Emperor. We have the Page of Wands under Judgment. We have the Four of Swords under that Five of Wands. So healing over all that drama. And let's take one more. Well, hello, Dawn, with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is mirroring the Two of Wands. That Two of Wands, what's she doing? She's lighting up her sage. She's clearing away the negative energy. She's making room for new, right? She's ready and willing to step in what's next. You know, and it's coming under the Emperor. I always feel you as the Emperor. I just do. I always feel you as the Emperor, like, you know, but it can represent a lot of different things. It can represent the boss, but I feel like you are, you know, at least of your department. Then you have your spiritual team coming out, right? And again, a call to the present moment. Why? So that there can be a rebirth. Well, what's right underneath it? The Page of Wands. Excuse me. That's a page I would want to see coming under Judgment, because this is someone who would say, yeah, okay, I am going to take a chance. I am going to take a risk. I am going to start down this next path. And I'm just going to see where it takes me. I'm just going to see where it takes me. Well, it's showing us that potentially it takes you to the Ten of Cups. So let's take one at the end. Seven of Pentacles, and one over here, the Four of Pentacles. You know, I feel like, Dawn, you're right where you're meant to be. If you feel like you're lagging behind, or, you know, like love is meant to be in your life at this very moment, but it's not, and it's my fault, any of that, I feel like, no, you got to let all that go, let it all go, because I feel like, you know, I truly feel what's meant to find you will find you in its time. And I truly feel like, you know, you're exactly where you're meant to be, like even work wise. Like I could feel that, like during that transition, I could feel that it was going to be good for you. It doesn't mean easy, but still good. But I feel like now something else is coming in, and I don't mean work. So I just want to follow that a little bit. The Nine of Wands. Seven of Swords. Well, that's not what you want. Look at that. The Ace of Cups. Okay. So why would the Ace, you know, if I feel this is something good and then the Seven of Swords come out, you know, why? Well, the Nine of Wands is telling us why. So the Nine of Wands, it's telling you that this has nothing to do with your future. This is your past. Because the Nine of Wands is reflecting upon the past. And it's just reflecting upon, you know, those I couldn't trust. Those maybe who didn't tell the truth. But it's also reflecting upon myself within this energy. I don't feel like in any way this is saying that this is what's coming toward you. This is probably saying this is what needs to be behind you. Like, put it behind you as much as you can. Because look at that. Now, you know, it's easy to see the Ace of Cups in a tarot reading be, yay, love, right? But we don't want to miss everything else. Because I feel like I need to clear this. And that is that Seven of Swords, with you reflecting upon it, only to see how you've grown from it, really. But I feel like it's a necessity. And then I feel this, the Ace of Cups. Because I feel like that's the way it was meant to happen. You know, like often I feel many of us, it's like, Sometimes we're like wonder, well, why can't we have great love? I mean, really, I didn't find the great love of my life till I was in my 50s. Um, but I have been in love, don't get me wrong, but not like this. And that may be exactly what that is talking about. The difference between what was and what can be. But first, it's almost like that broom, right? Using the broom, cleaning house. Because how do I love the Ace of Cups is now connected to the Ten of Cups. So I feel like the bottom line is you're on the right track. You're on the right track. I know that you are somewhat overwhelmed, but I still feel like energy again is going to lighten up, lighten up, lighten up. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the year, a lot of you are going to be telling me about these special people that you met. And listen, sometimes we're stuck over here, like that's who we love. And then, like, unexpectedly, somebody walks in the door and is like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait just one moment. So I don't want to put limitations on what the universe wants to supply. And you have put in the work, Dawn. Okay, I'm going to leave that be. Excuse me, guys. Let me grab a drink. I think I got to plug my phone in. It's looking dark. Let me grab my charger real quick. So I was untethered for a moment. Oh, what happened? All right. I would probably say, I'm just seeing, no. All right, what was I going to say? I probably would stop donations at this point because I'm only going to be on for a little bit longer. I don't know why my screen went so dark. Okay. I definitely want to make sure I got all the donations. Oops. Excuse me, guys. All right, so Brian. Hi, Brian. Sorry, I was just reading a couple comments. Come to you. All right, Brian. And Annie, if you're still here, I will do your reading. I will do your reading after Brian's, okay? Oh, I'm saying Brian, it's not Brian. God, I need new glasses. Brissa. Why is it thinking Brian? Brisa. Brissa. Okay. What kind of reaction will my older sister have to my college entrance? Okay, let me read that. What kind of reaction will my older sister have to my college entrance exam results? I will know the results tonight. Oh. Okay. I'm going to use the Luminous Tarot. hope you're feeling good about your results. Well, hello. Celebration, rejoice and celebration. And I have to tell you, I often feel this is like three sisters celebrating together, celebrating something special. We have the Chariot, we have the Five of Cups. I don't know if it will take you away. You know what I mean? Like if you'll be leaving. Um because I feel like that could be your sister. Like I do feel that like the initial joy and celebration. So that tells me that it's going to be good results. Because in the Chariot really means that there's unlimited potential past that point. Now, the Five of Cups is kind of strange coming up right now. The Four of Wands. And I'm going to take one more. All right. So I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like there's going to be celebration around it. I do get this feeling that it may take you somewhere, like maybe you'll be moving, because I get a feeling that you'll be missed. Now, maybe it's just you're doing something different and like, like the normal hours are different, but I do get this feeling like you're going to be missed. But I feel like it's because you're on to bigger and better things. Um, you know, I hate to say this, but I feel like there may be a little envy. Though at the same time, I feel like joy is there at the same time. But I also feel there could be a little envy. Let's just look back. Ace of Cups. Okay. I don't think it's coming from a like I don't think it's coming from like a place of like anyone trying to hinder your growth. That's not what I feel. Um I do feel like like the results tonight does mean changes potentially tomorrow or your tomorrows. You know what I mean? And I feel like so initially I'm celebrating, but then maybe I realize, oh, what does that really mean? And I'm speaking like I was your sister, like I'm speaking through your sister. Um, so I feel like I really don't have a lot of negative things to say here. I feel like it's really joy, and I feel like you're gonna get good news, and I feel like this is gonna help really because I feel like then you're untethered, like then you're free to do whatever it is you want to do, and I feel like and you do. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe like family thinks they're going to miss you type of energy. And I feel just a tinge of envy. Now, but it's love. It's not coming from a I mean, of course, it's coming from a little bit of lower energy, but I don't know. Like, I don't feel it's anything that you should get upset about. I really don't. Like, I'm not feeling that. But I do feel like you're going to get good news. And I feel like really the cherry is just the beginning for you. It's just the beginning. Because I do feel like you are you're doing things that you love, that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, even if they take, time and, effort. It's still like the ability to love what I do. So it all looks very good. Just a little tinge of envy. All right. Um, all right. So I think I'm going to answer Annie, and then I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. But I will be back on. I may even be back on tomorrow. Just because I did this kind of randomly, and I like to give you a lot of notice. So I may come back on tomorrow, but let me do Annie because I just feel like she needs me. Man, I've come to you with a lot of hope. Please help me with my reading. Does he miss me? Will we come back together? Um, oh, I was just reading, Camille, what you're saying about your friend. Um, she sends a link to another person, but I can't find a link. Like, I can't find the link when I set up my camera. I'm doing something wrong. I know it. All right, Annie. Annie. Does he miss you? Will you come back together? I feel like I want to bring out the psychic tarot. And guys, this is going to be my last reading for tonight. But I am going to try to come back on tomorrow for a couple hours. If not tomorrow, then Monday for sure. What do you guys? I hope you guys are liking those little special readings I'm putting out. All right, but Annie. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Fool. We have Power, which is the Strength card. Card of Leo, by the way. We have the Three of Cups. Seven of Wands, where it tells you to stand your ground. Your intuition under the Fool, which is really good news, I think. Passion ignited, Ace of Wands. But last but not least is the Nine of Swords. Okay, Nine of Swords, suffering in silence, yes. But it really is, the message of the card is unnecessary worry, but it is a lot of worry. And it is a 9, so I have to reflect upon it. So when I say I mean you. And I hope you all know that. When I use the word I in, if I'm doing your reading, I mean that I'm you. So anyways, it's interesting that there is all this worry, though at the same time, I feel like there is an opportunity for potentially for this to come back together. Does he think of you? I feel like the answer is yes. I also feel it's interesting because we open with the 9, which is really independent energy, and we close with the 9, which is suffering in silence. Two completely opposite energies. This energy is an energy we can control, though. Kind of. But I want to take one on this side. Look at that. Another 9. But this one is fulfillment of wishes. And then, hello, victory and success. Okay. All right. So I do feel like you're definitely on your person's mind. And I do feel that, there is potential of this coming back together. I would never guarantee something because everyone's got free will. And who am I to cross that line? I mean, our spirit guides don't cross that line, so how can I? But I can give you the overall energy of it. So I do feel like, I almost feel like your person was really concentrating on like their material world. And that could certainly feel like I'm being left out type of energy. And I don't know if maybe I had to do it that way. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's like this feeling of like it's important for me to have a good, strong financial backing. Now, I don't know if those words are ever spoken, but I do feel that. I'm looking at this thinking, will they potentially come back together? And you do have victory and success, but it is over the Nine of Swords. And I just want to say that I know it's not easy to get rid of the Nine of Swords energy, but it is unnecessary worry. Now, it could simply mean like, sometimes maybe it means I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. And lo and behold, if that basket doesn't hold, then I'm screwed, right? Then I'm screwed. So maybe I shouldn't put all my eggs in one basket, just in case, just in case. It's self protection in a way. And I feel like it's a better way of handling it than like if you're not with me, then my life is destroyed. It's over. Because that's just not the case. Because I feel like if for some reason this doesn't come together, doesn't mean you won't have great love in your life. It just may not be that person. Now, with all that being said, I do feel like you are definitely not only on their mind, but in their hearts. I'm going to take one right down the middle. Well, material and spiritual prosperity. How interesting, because I feel that your person, like, I do feel like their money sector felt like it was important. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I had to put my energy. And I don't know if those words were spoken or not, but I do feel the importance of that. And I also feel through this experience, Annie, maybe for you and maybe for both of you, I feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth also. So that tells me that the two of you can and will potentially overcome. But you definitely want to look at that Nine of Swords, my dear. And the reason why I say that is because if we remember, or if we just think about the law of attraction, right? Where is my vibration? And how I manifest out of energy. So if my vibration is low, am I not only bringing myself more things to worry about? Now, I know that's simple to say and hard to do, but it's not impossible. I feel like try not to get in any like fights. How do I say this? Like, because I feel potentially they may reach out, and I feel like you may automatically go to this. Well, I feel like you're hurt. So I feel like your defenses may automatically come up, but you need to think about how that's perceived on the other side. Like, it's funny because Sam and I have arguments all the time. And he'll be like, you got to put yourself in my shoes. And I'll be like, no, you've got to put yourself in my shoes. You know what I mean? Like, we've got to see both sides of the coin. All right, one more. So I just want to know, will they come back? We have authority. So who knows? Maybe he is growing, evolving, as we speak. Authority, it's card of Aries, by the way, but this is, I often feel like a business owner, the leader of the people. And so I feel like that's where his energy has been. And listen, maybe a big fight came, we broke up, and then that's where I decided to put my energy. I often say that to the Empress. Okay. And I feel like I can't go any further than that because I feel like at this point, it's like uncertain. But does he think about you? The answer is yes. Are you in their heart? The answer is yes. Could this work? It could work. But what if it doesn't work? Then you'll still find love. You'll still find love. Love will find you. So I feel like, how can I get you over this Nine of Swords energy? Look at that, another 9. But this is the Hermit. So I feel like this is saying, instead of like, this is a different way of looking at it, right? Because they're both 9s, they're both reflections. So this is looking at it from a spiritual lens. You know what I mean? You probably feel like you're in the dark night of the soul right now. So seek the light, ask those big questions, but be willing to accept the answers too. And I'm talking like from your spirit guides, like ask for signs, and if you're uncertain, ask for them to be clearer. But here's the thing, it's hard to understand like spiritual signs or guide signs when we're in this energy of the Nine of Swords. And it's because it's so much worry. But your guides would say, but it's unnecessary, my dear, because you're going to be okay no matter what. And even if this doesn't come together, you will overcome it. I feel it. I feel it's coming directly from your guides. So that's how you can let it go and let it down. Being grounded. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like this person has been busy doing their thing. And I'm not saying you're not busy doing your thing, but sometimes like, tricking the mind by doing something, like when I find myself in like this anxiety, I need to find a way out, right? What can I do? Well, breathing, like concentrating on your breathing or taking a walk, putting ideas into place. You know what I mean? Writing out what you're feeling, write it out. Doesn't mean you have to send it, right? Write it up, write it all out, write all those feelings out, and then burn it if you want. But you're getting it out of you. That's what I feel. All right. I'm going to let that be. And I know people want, like, give me a definite, but I can't give definites. And I feel like anyone who says they can give you a definite, I don't know. Because, you can't really predict another's free will. Now, you can predict it so much as in what's the energy that's around it. But other than that, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to let that be. I thank you all. I am so sorry if I did not get to your messages or to your questions. Please forgive me. But I will be on. If I go on tomorrow, I'll definitely give notification tonight. What time? Oh, it's already 7 o'clock here where I'm at. I'll make sure I do first thing in the morning, and then we'll go later in the afternoon, or we'll do Monday night. So one or the other, but make sure your notifications is on. And thank you, everyone. I love you. I wish I could answer all your questions. I really do. But I got to go. I love you so much. I thank you. And I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I don't even know what today is. Saturday? Have a great rest of your Saturday. Or is it Sunday? I don't even know. Love you.